and see how he grows from it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. On third down, here comes Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. To throw is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
They'll set up to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. 7 yards, the pickup there. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He can't get him down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is Mostert. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Gold is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's Mostert, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd and 9 now.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. This is the tight end Fant, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for Broncos. First down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what was that all game? Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Kalen Ballage.
Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
Shreds the tackle. Still going. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. And he works free. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Flushed out right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 24-yard line. Here we go.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Oh, big hole left side.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Squib kick picked up near the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively,